Hello, my people. Good day to you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whatever time zone you're listening to this, thank you for tuning in every single day to listen to me on Daily Mind Shifts. My name is Michael Ojuola for Mindset Transformation Africa, and on today's episode, I want to talk about emotional pain. Let me anchor today's episode on this statement. The remedy for emotional pain is found in our perspectives of it. The remedy for emotional pain is found in our perspectives of it. I'm grateful that you tune in today because we're about to explore something that all of us, without exception, face in life, and that is emotional pain. It shows up in many different outfits. Sometimes it's heartbreak, sometimes it's disappointment, sometimes it's grief, sometimes it's the sting of betrayal, rejection, or loss. But regardless of how it comes, emotional pain is part of the human experience. But here's the twist I want you to hold on to today. The pain itself is not the final word, all right? The way you choose to see it, the perspective you adopt towards it will determine whether the pain crushes you, teaches you, or transforms you. That is why the anchor statement for today is simple but life-changing. The remedy for emotional pain is found in our perspectives of it. See, pain is a signal. It is a feedback. It's data. It is not a sentence. That's where I want us to start. Pain is not punishment. It is a signal. All right. If you place your hand on a hot stove, the pain is not there to destroy you. It's there to alert you. It's a signal that something needs your attention. Emotional pain functions the same way. All right. When you feel the sting of rejection, it is not a signal about a gap between expectation and reality. All right. When you feel grief, it is a signal of the depth of love you carried. When you feel disappointment, it is a signal pointing to values, desires, or dreams that matter to you. Now, many people mistake signals for sentences. They believe I'm in pain, so this must be my permanent condition. This is who I am now. But pain is not your prison. Pain is not your life sentence. Pain is a messenger. Pain is data. Pain is a messenger that is asking you to listen, to learn, to reframe how you see what happened. See, there is a power in framing. There is a power of framing. You know, two people can go through the same experience but come out with two completely different stories. Why? Because of perspective. Think about two athletes who both lose the championship game. All right, they both lose the championship game. One says, that loss broke me, I'm done, I'm not cut out for this. The other one says, that loss lit a fire in me, I now see where I need to grow. Same event, same sting, two different perspectives. One finds a remedy, the other sinks deeper into pain. It is not the event itself, okay? It is the meaning that you attach to the event. And here's the truth. You cannot always control what happens, but you can control what story you tell yourself about what happened. Let me repeat that. You cannot always control what happens to you, but you can control what story you tell yourself about what happened. Perspective creates either poison or medicine. Let me just put it out there plainly. Perspective can either be poison or medicine. Take betrayal, for example. If your perspective is everyone is out to hurt me, I will never trust again, you've swallowed poison. That belief will eat away at your capacity for healthy relationships. But if your perspective shifts to, this betrayal hurt me deeply, but it will reveal the truth of someone's character, and now I know the value of loyalty more than ever, that same experience becomes medicine. The betrayal did not change you. Did not change at all. But what changed was how you framed it. And that is where healing begins. Pain shows you what matters. That is another angle that I want you to look at. Pain often points to the things that carry the most meaning in your life. You grieve because you loved. You feel disappointment because you dreamed or you dreamed. You felt anger because you value justice or fairness. Without those emotions, it means nothing matters to you. So, pain, strange as it sounds, is also a reflection of what makes you human. When you reframe pain as proof that you are alive, that you are engaged, and that you are invested in life, it stops being an enemy. It becomes a mirror. See, when I say perspective, it doesn't deny pain, okay? Let me be clear. Shifting perspective doesn't mean denying what happened. It doesn't mean denying what happened. It doesn't mean plastering a smile over heartbreak or pretending loss does not hurt. No, that is not perspective. That is suppression. You are suppressing your emotions, and that is not, I'm not recommending that because it comes out in bad ways. Perspective doesn't cancel pain. It gives it context. It asks, what can I learn from this? What truth is this pointing me to? How can this pain shape me into something better instead of shattering me? Do you understand? That is the difference. Suppression says it did not happen. Perspective says it happened, but here is how I will use it. That is the difference. See, the story we tell ourselves is very important. And that is why I tell people that most times what you think is true about your past might not be true at all. I'm not saying what you think happened did not happen. I'm saying the story you're telling yourself about what happened has changed what happened totally. And that is how powerful stories we tell ourselves are. Every painful experience comes with an invitation. What story will you tell? Let's say, for example, if someone abandons you in a friendship or a relationship. You can tell the story, I'm unworthy, nobody ever stays with me. Or you can tell the story, that person lacked the maturity to value me, and their absence cleared space for healthy connections. Believe me, I've lived this. And I'm telling you, perspective helped me went through, or whatever English that you want to use there. The shifting of perspective like this, the story I chose to tell myself like this, healed and made me better. The pain is real in both cases, but the story shapes the aftermath. One story leaves you bitter, the other leaves you better. And that is my story too. And that is what can be your story too. See, pain is a teacher. When you shift your perspective, pain becomes your teacher. Think about it. Most of our greatest lessons did not come from easy days. They came from the hardest days. All right. We learned resilience in heartbreak. We learned resourcefulness in financial strain. We learned empathy after our own tears. Do you understand? When your perspective is tuned to growth, pain graduates from being an enemy to being a professor. And the tuition, though very costly, yields wisdom you could not buy any other way. That is what I want you to go with today. Pain can be your teacher. All right. See, you can choose to either be a victim or a victor. And that is the choice every painful moment brings. Will I be a victim of this pain or a victor through this pain? Victims replay the pain endlessly. They rehearse it, they nurse it, they curse it, and every replay deepens the wound. Victors, on the other hand, reframe the pain. They extract wisdom, strength, and clarity from it. They refuse to let the wound be the final word. The only difference is perspective. The only difference is perspective. See, I know this may sound strange, but gratitude is often the greatest remedy for emotional pain. Gratitude reframes grief into I'm grateful I got to love and be loved. Gratitude reframes rejection into I'm grateful the wrong door closed before it wasted more of my time. Gratitude reframes disappointment into I'm grateful I still have breath and another chance to try again. Pain without gratitude becomes bitterness. Pain with gratitude becomes growth. Do you understand me? There is a phrase I want you to keep close to your heart. Your pain may be your assignment. And that is what I want to leave you with today. Your pain may be your assignment. All right. Sometimes the very thing you thought will destroy you ends up equipping you to help other people. If you live with one truth today, let it be this. Pain doesn't have the final word. Perspective does. Pain will come, but pain can also pass. Perspective turns wounds into wisdom. heartbreak into healing, and loss into lesson. So the real remedy is not out there somewhere. It is inside you, in the way you choose to see what happened and what you decide